Hello, everyone, and welcome to the series of sessions which we have been having. And people who are working in the industry, people who are working as AI engineers, data scientists are coming in and they are, explaining what kind of real world projects happen in the industry and, what kind of skills they usually look for before hiring people. So I'm really delighted to have Harsh Karry here. Harsh has done his BTech in telecommunications engineering. After that, he has done his advanced management program in business analytics from AiSPRY. And Harsh has worked with Capgemini as machine learning engineer. Good to get started as a data engineer or a machine learning engineer. And then he worked with Fractal, which is one of the AI services companies, as AI engineer. And then now Harsh is working for the last 2.5 years or so, approximately, with TransUnion, and he's now AI engineering lead. Thank you so much, Harsh, for providing your time, firstly. And the first question coming your way is a lot of people want to get into this field, but they are really not aware of what kind of work happens in the practical setting. So, according to you, what are a few of the projects that people work on in the real world setting? Would you like to throw some light on that, please?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thanks for inviting me, Bani sir. It's a great pleasure to be with you, talking about chatting about AI. So it's a very good question. Hope folks can have some insights from me if I can able to. So I can talk about few projects which I have been part of working in my current organization. So my current background of my current organization, it's a insight solution or yeah, information solution risk management company. Like it's a TransUnion. So for Indian folks who know Civil, right? So Civil is part of, is a product of TransUnion, right? So it generates all your credit reports, credit history, and all sort of. And it also, TransUnion does have multiple different portfolios and solution in marketing level or in different areas. Um, and One of the best thing is what I have came from my current company. Like it has have around 1 billion plus consumer individual consumer data. So there's lots of data we have to work with, and lots of insights we can build, or lots of capabilities we can build. Some of the capabilities, like as I belong to global platform solution from my organization, some of the good capabilities which I have been part of, worked on, are your data analytics agent. So this is most of a, like, just as imagine like just writing us a query, like I want this particular information about this, right? Just a natural language query. How your query can go back, right, understand, identify, right, what is the right data, what is the right table, extract the table and convert it into your right text SQL query, and then show user the insights of it, maybe via plot, via the sample data set, or via a generic response, how that things are coming. So that's one of the use cases we build. We have multiple clients and they have their own data. We have the good line of governance implemented. So it's fast forward the whole process, how user don't need to go to a requirement center and then give the requirement, I want this data to, via just a click of a thought that okay, I want my data and this is what I want in this shape and size. The agent or the solutions can go back and retrieve the right data. It understand what is the right requirement, and user can rectify it. They can give their feedback. If they don't like it, they can go to a co-pilot mode just to rewrite their query. If they are a data analyst or if they are business analyst user, they don't know writing SQL queries, they don't want to do it, they can just simply write the query. So this is one of the use cases we work. We used some of the best in line state of the art things, Neo4j for graph knowledge relationship to understand the data, LLMs or Gemini models, and vector embeddings to make sure that things are relevant to what user is asking, and it gets the right response for them. Similar to that, we also do work on multiple disputes. So as is in credit line phase, lots of disputes user is coming up. Like okay, they have a dispute of credit report, something has been reported wrongly, or so for us to identify, or for the user who wanted to identify, they need to go through a series of set of whole process to identify whether there's a dispute happened or not. And the disputes can come in various shape and sizes of unstructured data. You have your factual dimensions data available in your databases, right? So giving a solution where user dispute can be rectified or can be identified whether it's a right dispute or not via conversative solution. We have something similar to that we have built. So whatever dispute letters or information user is passing on stating that there is a dispute on this, because these disputes are very critical. If there is a dispute happen, the company will has to pay the price of that, right? So that's one of the major things which we are trying to solve here. So to avoid the dispute, to take faster actionable items, to get the right information to the give to the user, and to rectify whether it's a dispute or not. So this is one of the use cases also I've been part of. And one of the current use case which is also belonging to marketing analytics, where we are trying to recommend good segments. So if clients want to build a campaign, like to identify which segment of folks can be um, able to utilize this type of products, right? So how we can recommend them the right segments, which segment folks are belonging to, could be the potential customer who can buy that product or like that product, right? So all this data is there. We have multiple first party, third party data. So now we need a good line of solution. So that's where the AI is currently is solving this of the critical problems to increase the revenue in terms of the segment recommendation, to resolve the dispute in faster way, and even for the last one, the first one which I just mentioned, to give insights with just a click of thought to the user.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Harsh. You have given a lot of meaningful insights. Yeah, I should say. You have spoken about agentic AI and how you have written agents to go get the right data and display to the clients. You spoke about Neo4j having knowledge graphs in place, building the knowledge graphs, and then using English like prompts to get the appropriate data. And then how you actually analyze the dispute documents.
Mhm.
There are multiple such disputes which are going on. How do you get meaningful insights for the right stakeholders, for the customers as well, for your company stakeholders as well? And given that you're working on roughly 12% of world's population, because you have 1 billion
Yes.
individuals on your platform, that's huge, right? That's humongous. And you spoke about marketing analytics, segmentation, performing segmentation on that kind of data. I'm certain this is called as big data problem, and you must be addressing all of those, and you must be paying heed to all the underlying infrastructure as well. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Harsh. I'm really excited to hear such use cases. And the second question is, Harsh, if you were to hire someone
Mhm.
in TransUnion, for example, what kind of skills do you look for?
Okay. So I would classify the candidate in two segments. One is a person who is like very new, or they wanted to be there, and they might not have that much experience. The first thing which I would be looking, their interest on learning things, how they can catch up things, because folks who are curious in nature, who understand they want to do something, they can do it. We just need they need just a line of action. What, okay, you need to do this a process, we need to make them understand the process, what need to be done and what is an input they need to figure out. So that learning curve to go and dig deeper into how we can solve it, what is the way. I would say, I have a thought process that in such scenarios, a user or person who can fail n number of times to reach the final goal, right? It's not like a, if something is given, let's use it and start working on it, right? That's not the thing. But if it has a good learning curve, he's accepted to fail n times to reach to the final solution. If he has that good courage or good capability to showcase, that is one of the things which we'll look for mostly the junior folks who just wanted to start, or they have a minimum experience, just have built something. Don't wait for perfection. If you have something, let's bring it to the surface. Let's, for example, of the data analysis, like just converting a text to SQL. Just bring it some small project use case. Don't worry about the whole system of the data, where it's going to come, how it's going to come, where it's going to land, what is the interface looks like. Don't worry about the perfection part. Just show what you are capable of doing, a core particular stream of work, your core interest of what you're trying to do, and build first iteration of it. Let the second week thought process come, let's get some more feedback, work accordingly. So if such a person who's having that mindset and they have showed that skill set, or else their achievement in that manner, I would say really like to have that person in my team. And the second one is mostly the folks who are more experienced, like they are saying, right, a T-shape learning. They should be focused on, of course, their particular part of what they are doing. They should be good on that, but they also should understand different perspective, different team members where they want to collaborate, because on that certain level you need to collaborate more to come to a decision. And you'll be working with multiple person, like business unit, you will be working technical, DevOps, MLOps, data engineering team, and AI your engineering team. So there are multiple folks, different things. You need to be aware of what they do, how it does, how things happen here and there, and also of course you will be a master of your own current work process, workflow, what you're working on. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Again, very well articulated, Harsh. You segmented the people who applied for jobs into two categories: freshers and experienced folks. For freshers, you're saying that you test their analytical capabilities, wherein if they would have picked up some business problem, tried to solve it in to some extent, like a proof of concept, then you would be happy to take it to the next level. And then for experienced folks, you're talking about the T-shaped learning, wherein they have the breadth, know-how about all the various departments, such as data engineering, MLOps, and the data engineer team, data science team would sit in between data analytics and data scientists. And then you're saying that that person should specialize in one of these, right? Yeah. Because mastering one of these in itself will take decades.
Yeah.
So these are a few key insights, everyone, from Harsh. And these are absolutely very, very meaningful. And it is going to help a lot of people flourish in their careers, right, Harsh? Thank you so much once again for pulling off your time and your key points, which were carefully articulated. It'll be very, very meaningful for all the different people who are watching this video. Thank you once again, and all the best for your career as well, Harsh. And do stay in touch.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.